Make a little video here on what I'm doing. I'm working on my 1967 Bolens 1250. My old channel had videos of it on that we had gotten it running and everything, and being that this is my new channel, no one really knows, other than maybe the people on Facebook that would watch this. This engine started to knock pretty bad. This here is the original engine. It ran good. It still ran good, but it had a knock. And it was getting very, very loud. So I figured before anything happens to it, we would either rebuild it or replace it. A couple months went by, and this engine popped up on Craigslist down in Delaware. I'm from Pennsylvania, in case you didn't know that. So we took a 2.5 to 3 hour ride down to get this engine. This was out of a 1250 as well, but the rear end had some issues, and the guy decided to part it out, and he hung on to the engine. So I guess, yeah, I think he said it was like 5 years that this engine was sitting in his garage. He decided to sell it. He figured someone might be able to use it, and yes, I was able to use it, or will be able to use it. So I did notice a couple differences between these two engines, both of which are the S12D. I don't know, try to get it so that you can sort of kind of see the serial number there. But what I noticed was, and this is just a quick thing, but I was looking at the size of the exhaust there, and if you look at that one and then look at this one, you can tell they are it's definitely bigger on this one. So this was off a later 1250, I believe. Now the engine numbers for this one, if I can get it to not have a glare, it's right there. So like I say, I believe this is from a later one. I already went ahead and transferred all my carburetor, fuel pump. What else did I do? I guess there were some other things I did. I don't really remember. But the main reason I'm making a video is just to show that we're going to be installing another engine in here in the tractor. So there's the original, and you can see it is actually supposed to have an exhaust like the one here closest to us that I'm going to be putting in. Someone, I think, took the original exhaust off. I don't know if it rotted away or, you know, what happened there, but someone put that kind on there, and being at the angle it's at, it allowed water to get in through there, and I think that hurt the intake and exhaust valves inside this engine. I don't know. I know there was a stuck intake valve on this. I don't know if the spring was weak or what, but we were able to free that up. There was a huge mouse nest underneath the shroud here. Just noticed something else too. They have an extra set of screws there, kind of like what they do here. That one has the same thing. Maybe for a different place to put the serial tag and stuff, for a different application maybe. But yeah, I noticed that. I noticed you can't really tell all that great, but if you look at the way it's designed here around the exhaust port in the block, that is different from this one, which seems to be more kind of straight across. You can see that there compared to that. I don't know, maybe a different jug. I just thought of that now. I believe these cylinder jugs can actually come off the engine block, I guess. So yeah, basically what I have to do yet, I gotta clean up the shaft here and clean up the shaft inside here on the drive shaft. This slips over that there. This end with the fan goes towards the hydro transmission. So, and also that doesn't have a key, that new one. So I got to get the key out of this, the old engine, and put it over here. So yeah, I don't know. A couple little differences there. The tractor itself is right here. I've been working, oh boy, it's probably 6 months that I'm working on this already. I have everything pretty well prepped and ready to go for the engine to go in. I cleaned everything out here, any oil, grease, stuff like that. I'm not painting the tractor. I will be using the tractor to mow grass and everything. I did get an inner tube put in that tire. I had to go inside that little bearing cap there and soak the bearings in some kerosene to free them up. That side I couldn't hardly move that wheel or tire. The other side was okay. And then I re-greased them. Everything seemed to be okay. Everything works well. The transmission here I did service now. As you can tell, there's a new Napa 1307 filter on there. I changed the fluid out. I replaced the, I don't know if you can see this. See where that rod comes down and goes kind of towards that nut right there? There's a couple seals inside of there that I replaced. That's called, I think, the parking pal or whatever. I also replaced the one axle seal over here on this side, which you can see when I did that. So, oh, new castle nut as well. That old one had bad threads on it. So, yeah. The transmission's ready to go, except like the crankshaft on the engine, I gotta sand this down and put away NICs on there, so that way if I ever have to remove the drive shaft again, I can do that without any issue. I guess that's pretty much about it. I do want to get new PTO belt as well. While you have that access, you might as well do that. The only other thing, and this is actually the very next thing I'm going to do here on this, is I got to remove the pulley from my original engine as well as that engine so that I can take the flywheel screen off of here and put on this one, because as you can see there's none on this one. I don't want to be mowing grass and have grass get up in there or something, clog up the fins in the engine and overheat it. So reason I'm going to the lengths I am to replace the engine and basically get everything operational again is because I did have it operating before. I know it mows well. The transmission doesn't slip or anything. It's all in really good shape. The hydraulic lift works. But the main reason is because it's a first year 1967 model. This is, like I say, the first year they started making the Bolens 1250 large frame tractors. And usually, you can tell that by the transmission, the way the casting is made. I believe 67 only made it like that right there where it says Bolens there. 1967 was the only year, I believe, that they did that. Then they went to, I think it was a raised letter design. I don't have any others here that I could show you. I had them in the past, but yeah. So this is the only Bolens large frame that I have. Like I say, I had some in the past. I had one with a loader and stuff on it and whatnot, but I sold that. In case you guys are new to my channel, I do collect Bolens garden tractors. I have quite a collection of them. There you can see a Bolens snowblower. There's some over there. There's the mower. The green mower deck sitting aside that red push mower is the one for the 1250. Yeah, I got a lot of them. So, yeah. Just want to make a short somewhat short video here on what's going on with the 1250 in case you know, you guys didn't know I had one or whatever. Yeah, we're going to be putting that other engine in there, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with that engine because I never heard it run. So, yeah, I'm taking a chance there, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. So, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out my other videos there on my channel. I got one of my 1225 with a Johnson Midget 10 loader on there. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave it down below the video there in the comment section. And if you guys are into Bolens tractors, you know, feel free to subscribe. I'm also big into lawn boys, or at least I'm starting to get into them again. So, alright guys, I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching.